Analysis of the women's draw of the Australian Open 2026. Difficulties for Sabalenka and Swiatek. We reveal the keys to the potential round-by-round matchups that the title favourites may have in the 2026 Australian Open, with Sabalenka and Swiatek as the main references. An unavoidable appointment with potentially significant historical implications for women's tennis. This is how the Australian Open 2026 unfolds, with a strong favourite being Aryna Sabalenka, although many dream of seeing a final between her and Iga Swiatek, with a Polish player aiming to complete her particular career Grand Slam. It is worth analyzing the draw and the obstacles that each candidate will face round by round. These are good times for women's tennis, with a very high overall level, two dominant figures with significant media impact and intimate rivalry, as well as a plethora of charismatic players with more than enough skills to succeed. All of them will be put to the test at the Australian Open 2026, where Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek could only meet in a final. To achieve this, they will have to overcome very challenging obstacles, as revealed by the draw. Analysis of the women's draw in the Australian Open 2026 round by round 1 ST quadrant. Potential opponents for Aryna Sabalenka: Rakota Manga, Pavlyuchenkova, qualifier; Raducanu, Potapova, Torzin Umbuko, Polini Kostyuk, Jovic, Gaf Andreeva, Swiatek Anisimova. Potential opponents for Jasmine Paolini: qualifier, Frek Ojavio, Jovic Hun, Alexandrova Kostyuk, Sabalenka, Torzin Umbuko, Gaf Andreeva, Swiatek Anisimova. A challenging path awaits the Belarusian as early as the second round, facing a former Grand Slam finalist like Pavlyuchenkova. But the real challenges would unfold in the third and fourth rounds, with illustrious names such as Raducanu, Torzin, Umbuko. If she manages to surpass them, she would face a tough quarterfinal clash that Paolini will not find easy to contend with, as Kostyuk and Jovic are very dangerous opponents who could thwart her progress. 2 ND quadrant. Potential opponents for Corey Gaff: Rakimova, Danilovic of Venus, Vondrasova, Buzes, Navarro, Muchova, Ila, Andreeva, Svitolina, Sabalenka, Paolini, Swiatek, Anisimova. Potential opponents for Mira Andreeva: Vikic, Sakuri Ojinjin, Yastremska, Tomiljanovic, Svitolina, Schneider, Gaf Navarro, Muchova, Sabalenka, Paolini, Swiatek, Anisimova. Gaff faces maximum demands emotionally and in terms of tennis skills. As long as doubts persist about her serve, every match could be dangerous, especially against players of the caliber of Danilovic or Venus, who will engage in a beautiful duel in the first round. Particularly challenging would be the third round, where Vondrasova or Buzes would be true litmus tests. If she overcomes these hurdles, Muchova poses a formidable challenge in the round of 16. On the other hand, Andreeva will need utmost focus to defeat Sakari in the second round and Svitolina or Schneider in the round of 16.3 road quadrant. Potential opponents for Jessica Pegula: Zakharova, Kessler Arango, Badosa Seidel, Keys Leila, Anisimova and Noskova, Swiatek Rybakina, Sabalenka Gaff. Potential opponents for Amanda Anisimova: Waltit, Sinyakova Udvadi, Kenan Osterns and Marcinko, Noskova Ostapenko, Pegula Ukis, Swiatek Rybakina, Sabalenka Gaff. The challenges for both Americans would intensify in the third round, where Badosa could pose a firm opposition to Pegula if she is free from severe back issues, and Anisimova will face a formidable opponent in her section. The fourth round could be even more complicated for Jessica, as she might have to face the reigning champion of the tournament, while Amanda sees the ever-threatening and unpredictable Ostapenko on the horizon. 4 TH quadrant. Potential opponents for Elena Rybakina: Juvan, Grisheva Golubik, Joint Isun, Bensik Ametans Kasatkina, Swiatek Osaka, Anisimova Pegula, Sabalenka Gaff. Potential opponents for Iga Swiatek: qualifier, Buzkova Ozerazua, Kalinske Kokshireto, Osaka Samsonova, Rybakina Bensik, Anisimova Pegula, Sabalenka Gaff. A quarterfinal clash between Rybakina and Swiatek would be epic, but both will have to work very hard to reach that stage. The major obstacle for the Polish player could be Ostapenko, a potential opponent in the round of 16, while the Belarusian faces a very challenging scenario in that same round, with a confident Bencic who could pose a serious threat to anyone.